Let's begin now.
You know, today, I just woke up and I said,
This.
you know, instead of waiting on a good day, waiting around through ups and downs, waiting on something to happen.
Yo. Okay, now we're gonna have all the rumors dispelled once and for all, because there are nerds on the internet who think they know women, but they really have no fucking clue what they're doing. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna throw down the gauntlet. Instead of answering these nerds just by typing to them, I thought, what better way than just talk to a regular girl and get it straight from the horse's mouth? Let's do that. Okay, so girl, we'll call you Mystery Girl X. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some nerd questions, and you just answer them, okay? So this nerd writes in, he says, yo, I've seen countless times in my life where younger girls, about 18 to 25, claim they only want a nice man, a sweet, kind, and gentle guy that cares about them to go out with. They say they want to be made to feel special. Is that true or false?
That's false.
That's true.
It's false.
No, that's true.
It's totally false.
Listen.
It's totally false.
Listen, answer these questions and don't fucking read into the question. Shut up. Listen, don't be stupid. Just listen. Do not be stupid. Just read. Don't read in the question. Just answer the question. Listen.
Okay, I'll say true.
Dummy, listen.
I'll say true, but it's false.
No.
I'll say true.
You are retarded. Just listen to the question and answer the question. Don't read in. Don't future answer question. Just answer what I'm asking, all right?
Okay.
Listen.
So
They
tell me
say,
what
let's shut the fuck up and maybe I'll ask the question. They say they want to be made to feel... Okay, wait, let's start over. Claim they want a nice man,
Okay, yeah, that's true.
right? Okay. A sweet,
That's
kind,
true.
and gentle guy that cares about them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's true. They say they want to be made to feel special.
True.
True, okay. However, these same girls, from what I've seen, end up dating or hooking up with total assholes or jerks. Guys that don't give a shit about anything but themselves. In your explanation, why does this dichotomy exist when it actually occurs? I'm not saying girls don't want nice, kind guys, but in this case, why do these girls turn out like that? So his statement is, look, you say you want this sweet guy, this caring guy, but then you end up with this asshole. So, is it true or false that you want the sweet guy?
True.
Okay, so what's the difference that he's not getting here? Because a lot of these guys, they think sweet, nice, they go down the checklist. Oh, I'm sweet. Oh, I'm nice. I'm caring. Why don't they go out with me? You were on a date with a nerd like that. Wouldn't you characterize him as sweet?
Yeah.
Would you characterize him as kind?
Yes.
And would you characterize him as gentle?
Yes.
Okay, so he was...
All of those things.
Right, okay. So he was the things that you say intellectually you want, and you were actually on a date with the guy last night, and you wanted those things.
He was everything.
Okay, he was all those things. Was he good looking?
Yes.
Okay, because their other contention is, unless you're attractive,
No,
nothing
he was
happens.
absolutely good looking.
Like, on a scale of 1 to... Like, who would you compare him to, like, looks-wise? Just as a hot guy. Like a celebrity.
I mean, that's hard.
Just give me, like, comparatively, if you saw, like, a celebrity, would you put him in the Brad Pitt category, the George Clooney category?
No. Not Brad Pitt status. I would say... Like, Brad Pitt, I don't find attractive, but, I mean, many people do.
Right.
I would say Brad Pitt's a 10. I would say he's like a 7. But he was someone I would sleep with, yes.
Like, if you just saw him, would you think he was like a...
Absolutely.
So you absolutely say this dude's a hot dude?
From
Just looking at him visually.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so he was all these sweet things. Okay, and now, what was the difference? Because he was this sweet, caring guy, just like these guys assume they are. But they say, the girl wants the asshole, the girl wants a jerk. Why does she...
It's not that girls want the asshole or the jerk. He just wasn't... It was too much. He was trying too hard. He was just like, oh, you know, whatever. He was just...
Give me an example. Don't be so big like that.
Where do you want to go to eat? Whatever you want, it's fine. Whatever you want, it's fine, Jenny. Where do you want to sit? Wherever you want to sit. What movie do you want? Whatever movie you want, it's fine. It's like, take some, like, make a decision. Like, pick some, like, leave it all to me. Like, take some control. Not that I want him to have all the control, but, like, be a man. Like,
all right. So you said some key things there, and exactly, you actually said a thing that girls say. I got it. You say a thing that girls say all the time. I want to take some control, but not be in control. This is another bullshit statement that girls don't understand, which is why these dorks are confused. You actually do want a guy to take control. You do want a guy to be in charge. And intellectually, you think about it, you go, well, if a guy's in charge of me, it's like slavery. Therefore, I don't want that. But instinctually and practically, when you're dating a guy and you respond to a guy taking charge of you, you are attracted to that regardless of what intellectually you're taught or intellectually you think or assume.
Yeah, we just don't want him to be like a doormat.
Right, but my point is, when you say, I don't want a guy to be in control, what you really mean is, I don't want a guy to be in control who abuses me.
Who
beats
makes my
me
own
up,
decisions.
Who
Thinks for me.
No, you do want a guy who thinks for you.
Not all
Shut
the
up.
way.
You want a guy who thinks for you,
Better
but you want a guy who thinks for you, but you don't want a guy who abuses being in charge of you. Just like, I want a politician who thinks for me, who wants to make good policies. I'm not there at Washington, so I want him to make good laws on my behalf and good social policies on my behalf. But I don't want him to have his authority in Congress and in if he's the president. I don't want him to have authority and abuse that authority, to use that authority to take advantage of me. So there's a difference between the politicians are thinking for me. Just like if you're in a relationship, a dude is thinking for you and is doing things for you on your behalf and acting on your behalf. He may buy a car on your behalf, may buy a house on your behalf, may pay a bill on your behalf, may make a decision about what you're going to eat on your behalf. But the point is, he shouldn't be abusing that authority. For instance, if you're allergic to nuts and he orders a plate full of nuts for you, and he forces you to eat that, well, then he's obviously abusing being in charge, because he's taking your will and saying, look, your will is secondary to my will. I'm going to say you're going to eat nuts, and that could abuse you. Or he does something like he says, I want you to punch yourself in the face. Now, he's in charge. I don't know why he'd do that, but if he makes you punch yourself in the face, it's an extreme example. I'm trying to think of something right off the top of my head that is more lifelike. Give me a more lifelike thing. That's too absurd.
Stupid.
Give me a more lifelike example, a real example.
I want you to do a real lifelike example?
Yeah, like of a guy who you say, I don't want him taking control of that decision.
I want you to...
Classic ones I could think of are ordering dinner, deciding where you go on vacation, what TV show you're going to watch.
Deciding who you can and can't hang out with as far as who your friends are.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's something I would do in a second. Like, if a girl said, well, I have 20 guy friends, and I'm going to hang out with this guy friend. And she's like, well, you can't control me, you can't make my decisions. No. In that case, I would say, no, you're not allowed to do that. I would definitely say, I'm in charge, I'm in control of this relationship.
And a guy as well.
Therefore,
do that
listen, that's not the point. Fucking pay attention. The point is, when I say you can't hang out with so-and-so, who is a guy, I can't just say you're not allowed to hang out with anybody, because the whole point of you hanging out and getting attention from guys is you need attention. That is a social need. So if I say you can't be doing this, I have to fulfill that need. So if I say you can't be hanging out with this guy, I also have to be dating you. A classic example, like if a guy says, like, I'm dating you and I'll see you once a month, but I don't want you hanging out with guys in the meantime. Well, that's unrealistic, and it's an abuse of authority, because he could say, look, I don't want you hanging out with these guys, but yet you need attention. That's a social need. That's a valid social need. But on the other hand, he doesn't want to fulfill his obligation as somebody who's in charge. So if he's only going to see you once a month, that's not enough. So he's not meeting his needs. So if he told you at that point, look, I'm only going to see you once a month, but also you can't see any guy friends, that would be a violation of his authority, because he would be taking that control he has and he'd be abusive with it. Because now, if he didn't allow you to see him, you could only see him once a month, and he didn't allow you to see any guys, as you quote-unquote guy friends, then you would be deprived. You would basically be saying, isolate yourself from social interaction, isolate yourself from relationships, and deprive yourself. That would be an abuse of authority. So, in that case, it would seem like control is a bad thing. Him having control is a bad thing. It's not the control that's bad. It's the person who's in charge and what they're doing with the control that's bad.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so when girls say, I'll give you this example now, when girls say they end up with jerks or assholes, what really happens is when guys get rejected and they're trying to date, they're nice guys in the beginning. They're hey, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You make all the decisions. I don't want to fuck it up. I'm walking on eggshells around you. I'm getting you flowers. I'm taking you out to dinner. I'm buying all the meals. I'm spending all this money. And they never get any pussy. The girls are like, you're very nice. You're very sweet, but it's 9:30. I got to go. So they yawn and they leave. Is that true or false?
That's true.
What? I can't hear you.
That's true.
How do you know it's true? Just tell me in a vague way, because you dated some dude just yesterday.
And I was bored.
So he did all those things.
Yeah.
Did he pay for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he did. He pays for everything all the time.
So he pays for everything all the time, and he's trying to do all these sweet gestures to appear like a sweet guy.
And he is a sweet guy.
Okay. But at the end of the night, even though he's a sweet guy, paying for everything, doing all these sweet gestures, you're like, sorry, I'm out. That's not what attracts me.
Right.
So conversely, when a guy like that gets his feelings hurt because he doesn't know what he's doing, and the girl just rejects him, here's what happens. He gets bitter. And then he's like, fuck women. He definitely still has a sexual need, but now he's not going to be the nice guy anymore when he buys flowers. Now he's just going to do everything on his own, and he's just trying to get pussy. That's his number one goal now. And, listen, and now he's not doing any of the sweet things. So, girls like the fact that he has a backbone, because now that he's bitter, he's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, I'll do what I want. And girls go, oh, this guy's so decisive, I like him. But they call him the asshole, the jerk, because he doesn't give a fuck about the bitch. He's just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, I'll do what I want. So they get part of the best of both worlds. They really want the guy who's sweet and caring, but has a spine to make a decision and can take control. But with today's guys, they get one or the other. They either get the sweet, nice guy who's super deferential, but no spine, or they get the guy with a spine who cares about what he wants, but doesn't give a fuck about the chick.
That's so true.
So, would the girl rather be with the asshole who makes his own decisions and doesn't care what he wants, or the sweet, super nice guy who gives them everything they want and tells them, high five, you're the best and you're the sweetest? Which would they rather go for?
Honestly?
Honestly. No, fakely. What do you fucking think? Tell me honestly.
Unfortunately, it was the latter.
Could you say it?
The asshole.
Right. Now, it's not that you like the asshole, it's that the asshole is the better option than the nice guy. Correct?
Correct.
So it's not like you inherently want the asshole guy. Because there's things you like about him, that's the reason why you're with him, you're attracted to him, but there's also things you don't like, which you wish you wish you could meld part of the sweet guy and the asshole guy, right?
Correct.
Right? Ideally, if you had your choice, would you take part of the sweet things from the guy last night that you dated?
Yes.
Like, what would you take from him? If you could just pick some things from the sweet guy, from the nice guy.
The fact that he'll buy me dinner.
Okay.
The fact that he...
It's providing for you.
The fact that he opens my door.
Opens your door, sweet. Okay, like chivalrous.
The fact that he always lets me go in first.
Okay.
Everywhere we go.
Right.
The fact that he always holds my hand.
Okay.
Always.
Right.
When we're sitting somewhere.
Right.
Whether it's his house or when we're out somewhere. Mm-hmm. He's always close to me. He always has his arm around me, like always protecting me, I guess, in a way. Mm-hmm. Those are things that I would take from him.
So you like to feel protected?
Yes. Okay. And I would take those things from him.
All right. And then what would you meld
them into the guy?
What would you take from the asshole now?
The asshole guy.
Yeah.
I would take his assertiveness. His decisiveness. The fact that he thinks he's always right. No matter what.
Always right?
And he will just kick you out of his house when
So you're saying he has boundaries, in other words.
He does, yes.
He's like in charge and he says, do not cross this line.
Yeah. And
he has a spine to enforce what he wants.
Yeah, but he will not back down. Like, when he says something, he does it. Like if he kicks you out of his house, like, he means it.
Okay, so you want a guy who is decisive, but you also want a guy who's sweet. So you want both of these things married together.
Yes, and I want the asshole guy to know that there is an outside world.
Know that there is an outside world. That's just another want. Okay. Well, listen. So, okay. Now, I'm going to give you some things that... Could you stop for 1 second? It's distracting. I really like it. Actually, you could do it, but it's distracting. I'm getting toe sucked here, but it's just really distracting. All right. I'm going to get you some responses from nerds who are responding to this guy and trying to explain it to him, and they think they know. This is the nerd answer, not the girl answer. These guys have no fucking clue. They're probably like virgins. But they're giving you the dude answer, all right? Now let's hear the dude answer. You tell me what you think of these dude answers. One dude is like, because whenever women describe what they want, add, in quotes, be attractive and then be this other thing to whatever they're saying. So, in quotes, I want him to be attractive and then be nice, sweet, and considerate. They're presuming they're talking about an attractive jerk who is being nice and sweet to them. So he's saying, no, you didn't really mean what you said. You really want a super duper attractive guy and then sweet, nice, and caring. So it's like kind of like you don't mention the attractive part. You just think, oh, the attractive part is just for granted. That's obvious. I obviously want a Brad Pitt guy, and then I want him to be sweet, caring, and hold open the door. So in their minds, they're saying the looks part is paramount. It comes first. The looks have to be there, and if the looks aren't there, it won't matter how sweet he is, how assertive he is, how in control he is. None of that will matter. True or false?
I don't think that's true.
Okay, thank you. Because you've dated a guy, or you've seen guys who aren't like 10, like you wouldn't just look at them and go, oh, this guy's a supermodel, I'll date him. Like you wouldn't just even look at a guy on the street And if you just saw him on the street and you never talked, you would just be like, I'm not going to date that guy. Physically not attractive. Right? Okay, but if you talk to him and he did know how to take control of the relationship, you would become attracted.
Yes, that is absolutely 100% true.
Absolutely 100% true. All right. This one. When you ask a woman what she wants in a man, she pictures some attractive guy, then tries to figure out what that guy could do to win her over. But the guy she pictured in her head was a guy she already had the hots for. Maybe a guy she knows, maybe a movie star. Almost certainly not you, the plain-looking guy. The guy in her head didn't really need to win her over. He was already in the attractive column to start with.
What?
They're saying that you already have this like superstar, movie star ideal, and then you just want that guy to, by the way, have these nice qualities, to be sweet, to hold your hand, to have his arm around you and protect you, to pay for dinner, to hold the door open, all that.
Okay.
That's what he's saying.
Read it again.
He's saying this, look, when you picture a guy, you picture an attractive guy. Then you try to figure out what that attractive guy could do to win you over. Right? You're not really referring to any guy. You're just referring to like a super hot guy you have in your head, and then you assign all these attractive qualities
No,
to
that's
him
not
later.
true.
According to this nerd, it is.
I don't think that's true at all. That's not true. For as a woman, that's not true.
Right? You don't picture like, oh, there's a super hot
guy,
guy,
and then I want him to do A, B, C, and D.
and then by the way, he has all these hot qualities.
No, nobody does that.
All right.
No normal person.
Thank you for dispelling that rumor. All right. This nerd, he's thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I have no actual experience with girls, but I think about it. All right, here's this guy. I found I've been thinking this a lot on the list of qualities you'd like in a man threads. Girls have lists based on assuming a guy meets all her attractiveness requirements that are not declared. Like she secretly has this hot, super sexy guy in her head, but she just doesn't mention that when she's mentioning, oh, I want a guy who's who's smart, who's funny, right? They always mention these things on the Cosmo list, and the guys read it and go, well, I'm funny, I'm smart, why didn't she like me?
Yeah.
And so when the girl doesn't like them, they always chalk it up to, oh, because I wasn't attractive. It doesn't matter if I'm smart or funny. I have to be attractive first. I have to be physically attractive first.
I think that's one of the last things that women look for. Honestly.
Yeah?
Yes, it's true.
How do you know?
It really is one of the last things that we look for.
Like how? What do you mean?
Looks are really the last thing that we look for. Like.
Yeah, but looks are really big to guys. That's why these nerds think that. Like, these nerds are looking...
men, yeah.
But they're looking at it from guy libido. Guy libido is, like, very visual. Like, they see something, they're attracted, they talk to it. They don't go, like, oh, I see your personality across the way, let me talk to you. It's like, you look hot for whatever reason. You have big tits, you have a nice ass, you have blonde hair, whatever... Nice calves, whatever they see, and then they go talk to you. Whereas girls, they don't just go, oh, there's a pretty face and a pretty body, that's what I'm attracted to.
That's true.
That's not how girls do it.
No.
But that's what guys assume because they're looking at it from their male libido point of view.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Could you come over here? Because I think you're too far away from the mic.
That makes sense.
What makes sense?
What you just said. About how guys are visual.
Yeah, and as a girl, you don't visually...
We are not. No.
Another thing I'll tell you is that girls' libido is reactive. Guys' libido is active. Like, we actively...
What does that mean?
Okay, it means, like, guys are horny and they need a fuck. So they're turned on, they're searching for girls. They're actively searching. Like, they'll just go to a bar or a club, or they'll go to a certain place just to get a girl. To fuck a girl or to get a girlfriend.
Release it?
Just to get a girl or a fucker. One or the other. To get a girlfriend. Listen, exactly, girls aren't like that. Girls react to guys pursuing them. Like if a guy says, oh, you're pretty or hot, all of a sudden their libido reacts to the guy's libido. They open up or they get turned on because of how the guy is approaching them and talking to them. They don't just automatically are horny and then just, by the way, you just happen to be there.
Right. That makes sense.
Girls' libido is reactive.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Could you speak up?
Yes, that makes sense.
All right, thank you. All right, so girls have lists based on assuming a guy meets all our attractive requirements that are not declared. This minimum attractiveness guy is who they measure against. So he thinks, like most of these nerds think, and it's pathetic and sad that like the majority of guys think this. Like I would say 95% of the guys think that there's this attractive guy you have, and this attractive guy is the default guy you have, and then you add qualities to him. Caring, protective, sweet, kind, etc.
Okay.
Like you have this attractive starting point, okay? The low SMV guys, what the fuck is an SMV guy? The low single small male value. I hate when they use these fucking acronyms. The low SMV guys never gets the chance to be compared against the compassionate and emotional and stable and accommodating criteria. The lists are never applied to him. They don't even...
Read that to me.
It's just basically talking about him. He's talking about himself. He's projecting himself. He's basically saying, I'm a plain to ugly to average looking, or plain to average to ugly looking guy, and therefore I'll never be considered by an attractive woman because I'm not attractive first and then all these other qualities she's looking for. That's basically what he's saying. Then you have the guys just attractive enough that just skim over her attractiveness bar. They just get over your mythical attractiveness bar. They get compared to on the list. Then you have the guys that sail way over the bar, the super hot Brad Pitts and George Clooney's, way more attractive than their minimum standard. They get what list, Mr. Dreamy? I don't need any list. You could be a total nice guy and it wouldn't matter. You just have to be super hot. True or false?
That's false.
How do you know that?
It's just ridiculous. That's not true. There's no list. Like, it's ridiculous.
No, he's saying if this guy's super hot, you just throw your list out the window. He doesn't have to be assertive anymore. He doesn't have to be...
No, that's ridiculous. No.
What do you mean it's ridiculous? Could you elaborate a little bit?
It doesn't matter if he's super hot. We don't just throw our quote-unquote list away. Like,
Is that because the very fact that you find a guy who's attractive is inherently linked to him being in control of the relationship in the first place? Let me ask it this way, or let me say it this way, because you're obviously too dumb to understand this. Listen.
Shut up!
Listen, I'm trying to explain this to you so your tiny brain can fucking figure it out. Listen,
Tiny brain?
a guy is attractive to you inherently because he takes charge of the relationship. If the guy doesn't take charge of the relationship, he is not inherently attractive. Like, all the things about funny, nice, sweet will go out the window.
Yes, that is true.
All right, that's what I said.
Okay, my tiny brain now can.
That's exactly why I had to fucking re-explain
I can
it
grasp
for you.
that now. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, for the 9 out of 10 guys, the lists are largely immaterial one way or the other. He's saying if you're 9 out of 10 on the hotness scale as a guy, the girls will just throw out the entire list of attractive qualities.
No.
Are you saying this guy's a nerd and has probably never dated a woman?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, would you think that in your head that he's a fucking virgin nerd and hasn't dated a woman?
No, I would not.
Would you?
I believe that you think
secretly?
that,
would you secretly write in your diary, "This guy's
No,
a
I would
fucking
not.
loser nerd"?
No, I would
And
not.
I just don't want to be mean to him.
I think that you should write
Are you
in
trying to
your
be politically correct?
Yes,
and just,
I am.
All right, so you heard it there. She's trying to be politically correct. That should answer it right there. Okay, and even so...
There's some medication for you.
Listen, shut up. And even so, the 10 out of 10 guys, the super duper elite gods like Thor in Marvel Comics...
Oh my god.
Listen, the 10 out of 10 guys are better off ignoring them. They're better off ignoring everything because even the guy just at her bar would be better off lifting his attractiveness to sail over it than he would filling the items on her list. So he's saying, if you're you just barely get over this super hot mythical standard that you have in your head, that all girls have in their head, supposedly, according to these fucking virgin nerds. If this guy just got over that bar, he's just attractive enough to start, you made it on your list of potential guys, and then you started listing qualities, that it's better for him to not try to make all these qualities on your list, like sweet, attractive, caring, funny. It's better for him to just try to be hotter.
No.
No?
No, it's not better for him to just try to be hotter.
Okay. There you heard it, you fucking nerd. All right.
Oh my god, stop calling people nerds.
Well, they don't fucking know any better.
calling them nerds,
listen,
though.
they are nerds because they don't know any
I thought
better.
you were trying to help
Listen,
them.
I'm trying to help them by telling
By
them the
calling
truth.
them nerds?
No, by calling them the truth. These faggot nerds are so used to
Faggot?
not... Yes, they're faggot nerds. Listen, they are so used to ignoring any sound advice. They block everything out because unless it comes directly from a girl or... they have to see you fucking them or see, I don't know. They'll take every means at their disposal to backwards rationalize why they get rejected and why girls don't like them. They will never say, it's me and it's me with my lack of authority. They'll always blame it on, this guy's just hotter than me. That's what they always blame it on. And unless you pound it in their heads, they're going to believe that to the day they die. The girl doesn't like me because
Right, but
she's
there's a
shallow.
nicer way to say it.
Well, they say, I don't care about the nicer way. I want to say it in the correct way. They think that this is why they're bitter at girls. They're like, the girl's so shallow. She's just looking for a hot guy and I'm just not hot enough. Fuck women. That's why they become like this. They rationalize it as, the girl's just shallow and she only dates hot guys and I'm out of her league, therefore fuck all women, they're shallow. That's how they rationalize it. And that's why it's so dangerous.
Okay, keep going.
Alright. That's okay, there's a guy, so that's bullshit. Except you're scared little blah blah blah. Girls want hard guys who are soft to them. What the fuck does that mean?
Wait. That is true, actually.
What's that mean?
That means they want like a hard, strong, tough-looking guy who like is tattooed up. Because that's totally me.
Okay,
He's, like,
you want a tatted up guy.
Oh yeah, like a tatted up guy, like muscular, like all like who looks like hard, like will fucking kill you in a second, but
Right.
inside is really like soft, mushy, and lovable.
So just-
absolutely.
Okay,
Totally
let me ask you a question now.
My friend
No,
was just talking
since you're full of
specific.
shit, let me ask you a question
It's
now.
totally true.
No,
Totally true.
listen, I'll expose that myth, because these fucking nerds say, aha, see, it was true all along. You really want a strong guy, he's got a tats, he's got to look like hot, like
But
a bad
inside
boy.
he-
No, listen, dummy, I'm going to explain this to you again, since you don't understand. It's because,
And then we get-
listen, shut up, listen. It's because, look, I'm not a bad boy tattoo. I don't have a single tattoo on my body. I'm not fucking like, yo, bro. But, listen, the reason why you think you like these strong guys with the tattoos or whatever, strong is nice. It's aesthetically pleasing if you have muscle. But the tattoos say something. The tattoos say to people like, this guy is tough. He makes a decision. He won't back down.
Right.
Now, have you ever met a tattooed guy who had tattoos? He thought he was tough looking. He looked like he had skulls, flaming skulls. And then he opened his mouth. He's like, yeah.
So you're saying that he gets the tattoos to make him look hard when he really isn't.
Exactly. Have you talked to guys who had tattoos and they're like total pussies and you're like, as soon as they talk, you thought one thing of them because you saw the tattoos.
One of my ex-boyfriends had like mass tattoos everywhere and he was really a little pussy inside.
So if you
But a
saw,
lot of
listen,
guys
if
have
you
tattoos.
if you saw him and he had the tattoos and everything, you'd be like, that's the guy I want because he's hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's just one example. I bet a lot of other tattooed guys that can actually back up what they say.
Right, okay, but that's different. That's two different things. I'm trying to say that it's not the tattoos in and of themselves.
I do know what you're saying, yes.
Yeah, so when you see a guy with tattoos, generally, he's going to be a guy who doesn't give a fuck because he's getting tattoos on his body. He might have a neck tattoo,
Right.
which basically says to society, fuck society, which is kind of a way of, a red flag way of saying, I am in charge. I will make my own decisions.
Right.
And that's kind of why girls go for the tattoo guy. For example, let me put it this way. Let's say a lot of guys had tattoos, but then those guys with tattoos were complete and total pussies. After a while, if you saw a guy with a tattoo, wouldn't you start thinking, oh, these are the pussy guys?
True, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not that you're responding to the tattoos, it's what the tattoos represent. And typically the guys who get tattoos are the guys with that fuck you attitude. They're that
True.
I'm going to do what I want attitude, which is exactly what you're looking for in the bad boy, in the asshole guy.
True.
Okay, 1 second. All right, let me get to the end of this. All right. So, I don't know if that fits any pill, but I know women who love novels like this. The nerd geek girl who tames the badass. It's super cliche, but it's worth it's also a moth to a flame. Oh, God. Okay, girls want somebody that treats them like an equal, not a queen. True or false? This is like a hipster, faggot, nerd, feminist, liberal guy. This is like one of those fat, asexual, tranny-looking atheist guys.
Not a queen, no. No, I don't think so.
But this is what guys are taught today.
But
Don't
it's
treat me
not
like
true,
don't
though.
treat me like a
I
queen.
guess
Treat me
that's
like
how
an
it is.
equal.
I guess that's how it is to some people in today's society. But no, for most women, no. We don't want to be treated like an equal. We don't want to be treated like a man. No, we want to be treated like a lady. Like you're the.
What's
man.
that mean to be
We're the
treated
women.
like a lady? What does that even
No,
mean?
you be the man. And
What
do
does it mean to be a man?
stuff.
Because nobody knows what it means to be a man. Being a man doesn't entail just throwing
You
a
still
football.
do all the man stuff, like and you.
The man stuff is not throwing. These dorks think that man stuff is killing a bear, going fishing, liking football, and drinking heavily. And if you don't do those things, you're not a man, and you won't be attractive.
No, just normal be a man stuff.
No, there's no such thing. Tell me specifically, what is be a man stuff? Because I don't drink,
Just like
I don't skin a bear.
Just like don't be a pussy. Like
Okay,
you
so
know
that's
how-
not normal man stuff. That's
just
contextually.
like when we go on dates and stuff, like already have a plan. Already have a
Have a plan?
Completely,
Wait.
It's already
Why do you-
completely organized and done. Before,
Why do you
before I
like
sit
it?
in the car.
Okay, why do
I
you,
don't have to say.
Listen,
he's
shut
not
up.
gonna go.
Listen.
Where are we going?
Girls like that. They've mentioned this before. Have a plan. Have a date planned out for me. Now, I don't plan on any fucking dates.
Well, when me and you go out, everything's done. I
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
that's the
say
difference.
anything.
When you say plan, you don't mean what a lot of girls put in advice columns and stupid guys plan. That's why guys always ask, "What's a good date?" And they really mean, tell me from when I wake up, do I get the chocolates and I lay the petals on the street, and then I have like this thing planned at Disneyland, and at the end I have sparklers planned in Vegas. What they really mean is, again, because I don't plan any dates, but the difference is what you call planning, I call decision making. I make every decision.
Yeah, okay, have a decision made by the time I step into this house after.
Now, let's get to
done hanging
the
out.
heart of it. The more important question is, why do you want the guy to make these decisions or have this plan made? Because in a guy's mind, it seems like courteous, like a nice guy thing to do, to go, oh, I know you're a queen or you're an equal and you have a will, therefore you know where you want to go eat and what you want to do. So it's only courteous for me to ask you, where do you want to go?
It's just
Why do
nice.
you...
It's just nice.
No, it's not nice. There's a practical
It is
reason.
Women like to feel safe. and secure and like they're taken care of.
Safe and secure and taken care of. What does the decision do? If a guy makes the decision for you, what does that do? If he takes control of you and controls the relationship, how does that make you feel versus a guy puts the burden on you to decide? How do you feel when you decide, when you have to make the decision?
There's just a lot of pressure and stress.
Pressure and stress for making a decision. Yes. Because girls aren't designed to make fucking authoritative decisions. That's why. And guys are. That's why they're smarter and stronger. They have the obligation.
Okay, well, I won't agree with you on the smarter one.
Well, I will agree 1,000% that we're smarter.
Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree on that.
Well, you can be dumb. Listen, as a girl, it's your prerogative to be dumb, but it's also my prerogative to correct you and be smart.
Alrighty.
Now, guys are 1,000 times smarter.
Okay.
Guys are 1,000 times stronger.
Alrighty.
And the reason why you
are stronger.
And smarter.
I'm really strong, though.
No, listen. The reason why we're stronger is because... The reason why we're smarter is because we have the responsibility on our shoulders and we can bear it. If we were dumber... Listen,
to let
shut
this
up.
Conversation go, because it will drag
shut
on
up.
forever.
If we were not smart, then we would have to depend on you to make the decision. We would have to say, where should we go? Because you're just a smart or smarter, and therefore we should consult you. Now, it's not wrong to consult a girl. In fact, you should consult a girl when you make decisions on her behalf. But you shouldn't let her be the one making the final decision, because she doesn't have the same fucking brain power as a guy.
Okie dokie. Next question, please.
Okie dokie. Exactly. I'll have you know, I made all the decisions, and I'm right about the decisions. You've been the one who's been educated, not fucking me, because I know I'm doing... No, because I know what I'm doing, and you don't know what you're doing.
You are correct.
And that's why I make the fucking decisions around here.
You are correct.
All right. Now, hold on. At least in terms of attract... Okay, so we did that. Hold on. I'm trying to read the rest of this. Entertain this novel copy.
I'm sorry that you're eating and your eyes are too closed.
What if you could temper assholery?
Wait, what?
What if you could temper assholery? For example, people have applied medicine to the problem of disease, but when we figured out how they both worked, we became a lot better at doing it. Why not with behaviors? He's like, what if you could give a pill to make you an asshole? Like, they think that being... Listen, I'll explain it to you. They think that being an asshole is like a disease, like you know, a guy wears
a... must have that disease.
Listen, dummy. When you have an Ed Hardy shirt on, and you got a lifted truck, and you're like a Jersey Shore guy, that's what they consider an asshole. Like, typically in their mind, they think of a frat bro with a lip pop collar, and he's chugging beers, and that's what they think of when they think of an asshole and douchette bag. That's typically what they think of, that type of guy. It's this kind of like, yo, I'm cool, high five, we're good, we're at a frat, blah, blah, blah. That's what they think a typical asshole is. So they think
Based on what?
Movies.
Okay.
I'll give you a classic example. You know, in every movie written by a fucking nerd, they always go like this. There's always some like high-fiving, cool, hot guy, douchebag bro who has a super hot chick and he's all, babe, go get me a beer. Like, he's a total dick to her, and there's always this loser, fucking virgin nerd who's super sweet, and he's always like, why doesn't the girl fall for me? And it's just because she doesn't realize it. So, somehow, the asshole douchebag offends her, and she realizes in her head, again, this is all nerds writing these movies, oh my god, he's such a dick. Why am I with him? I just wish I was with somebody sweet. And this nerd happens to come along. There's a situation where they're somehow together. And then she falls for this nerdy loser guy who's very deferential, like a Michael Cera character. Classic example. He's like this deferential loser nerd guy who's always hemming and hawing. What do you want to do? Like, that's typical Michael Cera. Okay. But nerds believe that Michael Cera is the ultimate guy who's figured out. He just has to be super sweet and somehow get in a situation where you end up with a hot girl. And then she'll realize she's been dating a douchebag all along and she'll fall for you.
Really?
That's every fucking movie out there that has like a nerd in it, that nerdy type character. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
I've never seen that.
It's a cartoony thing. The zombie movie with Michael Cera. What's another nerd movie? Anything like with stuff with Seth Rogen in it, where he's a total fucking nerdy guy.
Yeah.
He's very deferential. He's hemming and hawing, but somehow the hot girl falls for him. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I see.
So that's what they mean when, what if asshole was just a medical condition, a disease, and we just had a pill for it to give it to you?
That's funny.
Well,
at least they give points for being funny.
No, I don't give points to nerds. Basically, then, even if a nice guy is a male hipster feminist, hipsters are generally assholes too, but male ones don't get laid that much, probably because they tend to be pushovers in real life and are not that physically attractive. Again, see, they always have like a little kernel of truth there.
Okay.
He's a pushover, yeah, that's definitely the main part, but then they always come back to the same thing. And not attractive enough. So really in their minds, they're elevating the attractive part to the, like, 90% of the equation, and then just he's a pushover is just 10% of the issue.
Really?
Yeah. That's how these nerds think.
They need help.
They need a lot of fucking help, I agree. Okay, we're almost done here. Okay.
Sure thing. Some girls enjoy being treated like princesses, and some enjoy being treated like shit. There's plenty of my guy friends that treat women like how you described. They still have friends, and even most of their relationships are short-lived. They still have somewhat success, quote, quote, with girls, just like some nice guys have some success for girls. Moral of the story, there's girls on both sides of the spectrum. Moral of the story, this guy's a faggot nerd and has no clue what he's talking about. Listen, he's just saying all girls are different. Like, there's some girls who just like being treated like princesses and just want a super nice guy, and some girls who just want to be treated like shit. They just want the asshole bad boy. As if girls are just totally different and there's no way to figure out anything.
That's not true.
Yeah, but these guys are fucking virgin loser nerds who have no girl experience whatsoever. And they're trying to give guys girl advice when they have no fucking business giving girl advice.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Alright. Last two. Okay. Exactly. These guys feign commitment to get sex and only later reveal themselves. Also, these guys tend to be physically attractive, so girls often ignore subtle warning signs. Again, it comes down to, this guy's so attractive they don't realize he's a serial killer or he's a loser or a douchebag. He's just too hot for them. They just get fooled. Is it true you get fooled, but the guy's just too hot, you just get fooled that he's a...
No, girls, no. Most girls aren't stupid like that.
Alright.
Most girls.
Most girls? You say these girls that get fooled, they're like, he's so hot, I'm ignoring everything else.
There really are.
No, there really aren't.
There really are.
No. They have to be mentally retarded to fall in that
serious.
category. No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I like how you try to help these nerds, and yet you're giving them the information that basically will fucking shipwreck them. Because they'll take that, like, 5% of girls, or actually less than that, those retarded girls, and they'll make it now 95% in their head, like, oh, there's 95% of girls who are like that.
Well, edit that part out, because
No, I'm not going to edit it. I'm going to keep it truthful here. I won't edit shit. I'm going to keep it true.
Okay, well,
I'm going to keep, as Negroes say, I'm going to keep it 100 at all times.
I said my name like 5 times today.
All right, listen. There's a billion Jennies in the world. Nobody's going to fucking care, all right? There's a trillion. Okay, at this... Oh, wow. At this age, your life is more about fun and dating physically attractive young... What?
How old is the guy
These guys are all
that
losers.
wrote it, though? At this age.
Who knows? They're all ages. The
But
common
he said
thread...
at this age,
The common
he
thread is
responding to
either...
the main question. How old
The
is
common
the
thread is they're virgin neckbeard losers. All right, that's the
Neckbeard?
common thread. Yes. If she gets older, starts dating guys she wouldn't have settled for, and fucks them less often and enthusiastically, I don't believe her preferences actually change. Ugh, who fucking knows what this guy's saying? I think that when this actually happens, for example, the guy doesn't just think he's nicer, but is actually somewhat bitter, or the asshole.
Bitter.
He isn't actually an asshole, just a guy who has an opinion and is willing to stand up for himself. It's because the asshole has learned to trick the girl into thinking he's nice while maintaining his aggressiveness. And the nice guy may actually...
Face gets when you say that.
And the nice guy may actually... Because I like to enter into the mind of these conspiracy theorists that are like, this asshole's he's manipulative and tricking them, and that's why she falls for it. If only she knew that he was really a dick, she would fall for me. That's really what they're trying to say.
Really?
Yeah. It's because the asshole has learned to trick the girls into thinking he's nice while maintaining his aggressiveness, and the nice guy may actually be nice, but just hasn't asserted himself enough for girls to take interest in him. If you're nice but never approach girls and try to start something with them, surprise, surprise, they probably won't show you interest. Unless you're super, super high value, of course. Then they will come to you.
Wait, say that again.
They have these terms like super high value. This is a pickup artist term. It means you're like... you're high... I don't want to get into that because that's going to entail a whole other discussion.
Okay.
It just says... Let's just
Say it means.
Let's just say it means like you're like a Brad Pitt, or you have like you're like high social connections like Donald Trump. Let's just say something along those lines. Okay. If you're a bit meaner but put yourself very much out there, then surprise, surprise, girls will show interest in you and start interacting with you.
That's so true.
Meaner. You got to be mean. What's that mean when you got to be mean?
Just don't be such a pushover.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Don't
This is
be
such
such a
no. It's so these people. Chicks are stupid and these fucking nerds are stupid. Listen, when they say be meaner, it's such a
Meaner's
fucking
not the word.
stupid term. That's my point. It's not meaner. It's make your own decisions. Be assertive. Have control over the woman in the relationship. Not be mean. Like, guys say be mean to be like, punch her in the face.
This guy that's writing is probably like 17.
Yeah, but
He
that's
used
my
the word
point.
be meaner.
They don't fucking know the difference.
Yeah, they
So
shouldn't be getting
when they
fired.
when they tell their guys be mean, in their head,
Well,
when they
that's the
listen.
vocabulary that he's using, be meaner.
Yeah, but listen, when other guys hear that, they start nodding their head and agreeing. They
Okay,
start
hit her.
their reference
for mean is movies and popular culture. And when guys are mean there, they just do like quote quote mean things just for the sake of being cruel. Like they say, "Hey babe, get me a pizza," and then they throw the pizza in her face, and it's like, and they high five each other, and they're like, "Haha, that's what it means to be mean." But that's what they take to mean be mean. They don't understand the difference between mean is really code for take charge of the relationship, be assertive, be in control, versus do things that people don't like just for the sake of being cruel.
Well, remember when me and you first started hanging out?
Yeah. And
we had a big, huge, what's the word?
It's called a fight.
Not fight though, plenty of fight. About,
Yeah, but that was the only thing we fought about was me putting you in check because you're a bitch.
whose role was what?
Yeah, but that's my point. The reason you're fighting is because you're used to dealing with pussies, and you're not attracted to pussies, and you're used to getting your way, so of course we're going to fight.
So we had a lot of fights.
Yeah, but the point was that it's like fighting a horse that's not tamed. It's a necessary fight to tame you. It's not just a fight just because, like, I threw a pizza in your face, and you're like, why'd you throw a fucking pizza in my face? It wasn't a trio fight. It was a, I want a candy, and I'm like, you're not getting candy, and you're like, no, give me a candy, and then you throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
It's that type of fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's a different type of fight.
Yeah, it wasn't a fight.
It's a fight for control.
Right,
it's not a fight over just some trivial issue.
Right, no. Right.
Okay. The last one. Here we go.
Okay.
This is the way I always discuss this subject whenever it comes up. Person A and person B are both nice, polite, sweet, and gentle. Okay?
Wait, hold on. Wait for me.
Get the fuck over here.
Wait for me, bitch.
You're gonna get your fucking teeth knocked out.
Hold on.
Alright, this bitch is in the bathroom washing her hands. Hold on one second. Okay.
Okay, go.
Person A and person B are both nice, polite, and sweet and gentle. Person A has a good job, dresses well, takes care of himself, and has a good sense of humor and confident air about him. Person A has a good job, dresses well.
No.
Let's hear, you fucking retard. Jesus Christ. Holy Christ, you're dumb. Person A has a good job, dresses well, takes care of himself, and has a good sense of humor and a confident air about him. Okay? That's person A. You got that?
No, say that again.
Good job, dresses well, takes care of himself, has a good sense of humor, and confident air about himself. Okay? Person B lives in a crappy apartment, has no general life skills other than working at a gas station, lets himself go in the weight and health department, and is a little bit of an introvert. He's a nerd, basically. Every nerd on here, okay? Yeah. Person B is a complete what? Is completely a loser. Okay, is a loser you've dated before, right? Okay, so it's somebody you've dated. Well, you're whispering, basically, you're saying this is person B is somebody you've dated before.
At 100%, like, couldn't be more.
Okay, got it. All right. I think it's obvious what most women will be attracted to. Obviously, person A. Being nice is a default status for most people. Ignoring the part that the jerks or assholes in your mind are being simplified down when in fact they are probably winning women over with their charisma or healthful appearance. Is that true that guys are just winning you over with their healthy appearance? And they're okay. Most women I see sleeping with them are generally just looking for some ass and not a solid relationship anyway. Is this true or false? Listen, this is the most bullshit myth of all. These guys think like just like them, like guys are super horny and if they can't get a relationship, they're just there to fuck. They're saying girls are just like guys. They just want a piece of ass. I know a lot of girls that just want a piece of ass. They just want to fuck. They don't want a relationship. True or false? Do you know any girl out there who is just fucking, just like a guy, and not looking for a relationship? Not true in the least. No such thing. I've even had girls tell me, I just want to fuck. I'm not looking for a relationship. Complete and utter bullshit.
That's not true.
Because they're looking for a guy, even a guy who's a player. If he finds a girl he likes, he'll hang out with her more and more, which will technically be a relationship. Listen. It means that this guy's an idiot. Listen, I used to be with someone who was arguably very nice, but we broke up for many, many personality incompatibilities. In other words, he's a pussy. When I started dating my now... Oh, wait, is this a girl? What the fuck? This could be a retarded girl. Who knows? When I started dating my now husband, I'm quite sure he was seen as the asshole by my ex and his group of friends. But he's not. He's very kind, gentle, and caring with me. But he's also very intelligent. Oh, this is some stupid bitch. No, look at these bitches don't have any fucking clue because when you interview them, they don't know what they're fucking talking about. That's why you can't trust. You can't trust a girl typing some shit because she's generally fucking retarded and doesn't
Welcome,
know.
honey, for the interview.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to express what she really means. That's why you always get like these conflicting messages whenever you read something a girl writes because she's too dumb to express what she really means. She doesn't know
I think
what
it's
terms
just
like
for living.
she doesn't know what terms like nice and mean refer to.
Remember we had that conversation when I first met you.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So when guys read this, they'll go, "Oh, that means this when she says nice," or when a girl says she wants this, it really means this. Like they don't know that, and a girl doesn't even know that.
Well,
It takes a competent interviewer to get to the truth.
right.
All right.
See this for a second.
Okay, 1 second. Well, the last part of this. I used to be with someone who was arguably very nice, but we broke. Okay, we read that part.
How do I see this?
These kinds of conversations tend to be pointless because men simply fall in cookie cutter shapes of either nice guy or asshole. They have a whole constellation of personality traits, only some of which are going to be attractive to a given woman.
Is this
Again,
like a girl?
this is a dumb bitch who has no fucking clue what she's talking about. She has no fucking clue. I would interview her into the ground to prove that she's a fucking retard. She's basically making all these statements about she's basically saying everybody's individual and you just don't know. There's such a wide gamut of personality traits and everybody has their own likes and dislikes. She's too stupid to even know what she instinctually responds to. It would take an interviewer like me to get to the bottom of it. Just like with most girls, they have a cultural setting of what they think and how a relationship should go culturally, and then what they actually respond to.
That's true.
That's what?
True.
That's my point. It takes an interviewer to find it out because girls don't know right off the bat what
Is it because
they
of
know.
that whole...
It's because of feminism. It's because of social.
Is that why you didn't do this for a living? Like, why didn't you pursue this professionally?
Listen,
We'll get into
listen.
that later.
We'll get into that later. My point is, this has been another wonderful interview, and thank you. We finally taught these neckbeard virgin losers a lesson about how girls actually think and what they actually respond to when they're dating and when they're getting into relationships. Is there any final word you want to say about
I wanna
what
tell
you've
them
learned?
good luck.
Good luck. Tell them what you've learned about relationships that you didn't know before, because you had preconceptions before. I had to educate you too as well. What did you learn? Because you came in thinking certain things about a relationship, and then you
Yes,
learned
I
certain
did.
other things. Tell me what you learned. Get over here.
That I was a spoiled little brat before.
Get over here. Tell me. Tell me what you learned.
What did I learn? From what? From you?
This is going to be educational for guys.
From
They learn.
What I learned from you? Or
Yeah,
from,
because
that's a very broad question. That I
let's
learned
say
from
what you learned from you about relationships, like how they work, how the dynamic works, and why. Listen, are you turned on by me more than you've been in the past by other guys? And tell me why.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but tell me why, because there's certain things I taught you
I like
that you didn't
the
realize.
decisiveness of you that I did not realize.
You didn't realize that you wanted, or you're attracted to, and a guy was what?
I didn't realize that I was attracted to the fact that you do take control of certain situations, not in a mean or cruel way or a way that disgraces women, but just a way that you take control just instinctively. And
It's not
I just
instinctively.
rolled-
I had to learn this the hard way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was a nerdy guy too.
Well,
That's how I know.
I can totally tell that.
That's
but-
where I can tell where these guys are coming from.
Well, you just immediately take control, but not in a not. I want everybody to know not in a bad way.
You don't mean like a kidnap, like a
no,
rapist
no,
off
no,
the
no,
street.
no, no. You just make all the decisions like where are we going? Oh, let's go have bike ride. Where are we going? Oh, let's go here to eat. Or blah blah blah. And it's always like nice and it flows and it just goes and it's always a nice time.
You don't have what you call the awkward moment.
Yeah, there's never an awkward moment. But I fought you in the beginning on that.
Right,
I
you
wanted
did.
it my way. Like,
Right.
why do you think you're making all the decisions? Because I always had it my way.
Yeah, and
I
how did
was
that
like,
work out?
"Ooh." Well, not very well because
Were you attracted to the guys and you got all your decisions and your way with?
no, because they are pansies.
Yeah, but you insisted on getting your way, thinking that's what make the relationship work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
So, see, you
once
didn't
they
know.
they all gave me my way, I was like, eh. Then there was no. I didn't,
Yeah, but you didn't realize what was going on.
I
You just
had no clue why I wasn't attracted to them.
you just thought it was the guy.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
thought, oh, I like guys for a little bit, and then I just get bored of them.
Yeah, and then on to the next.
Yeah, but that's what
But
a
I
lot of
didn't
girls think
know
too.
what it was.
They don't know either. They just think, oh, I just like guys for a certain reason, and then I just get bored of them.
Yeah.
They don't realize they're not getting bored. They're just in a bad relationship that hasn't culminated yet. It hasn't festered, hasn't shown its true colors yet.
Right. And that one day at Starbucks.
And then one day it happened. Okay. My final comment will be... okay, I'm going to give a final comment. This chick is leaving the room. I'm going to make a final comment. I'm going to say,
Be nice.
nerds out... Shut the fuck up. Don't be nice. Don't even use the word nice and mean. Those are stupid girl terms. From now on, I want you to use...
Hold on, is it by your thing?
Yeah, I want you to use terms like...
I'm letting the dogs out.
Okay, good for you. Listen, I'm going to use terms like... I want you to be... Okay, fuck that. Listen, forget about terms. I just want you to learn how to take control of a relationship. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. I teach guys how to do this around the fucking world. I challenge all these faggot pickup artists to debate because I know they're faggot nerds, they're cowards, they don't know anything about dating. That's why they can get a woman attracted initially and then the girl gets bored of them and dumps them. And I know exactly why, and I fucking tell people every goddamn time. And the nerds are so invested in protecting their self-esteem that they just refuse to listen. That's why I gotta interview these bitches and get to the bottom of it. I have to tell you guys the truth so you'll finally fucking get out of your misery and suffering. This has been another wonderful episode of Manhood Academy Interviews. I'll see you next time.
I got Puka on the mic. He's here to say he's a Academy alumni. Hey, I got Reem, who's a wetback. He's so true. He likes his girls like he likes chew. I got Candy on the mic. He is so fresh. He's got a little face like a little terrorist. I got lots of bros at the Academy. We're on GMC and Mickey D's. We're the Manhood Academy. We like to get down. Sometimes we're silly. Sometimes we have frowns. But we like to talk. We like to stay on beat. We like to get some girls in compete. Oh yeah, that's what I said. I ordered a pizza. If you fuck with me, you'll get some pizza in your face. Hot cheese. Hot, cold. When I get tough, I like to roll a blunt or a joint, a smoke or a thing. I'll cut it there. And cut it.